And do you understand everything I just said, Mr. Karatni?
Yes, Your
Do you waive those rights and wish to proceed here, or do you wish to have the case removed to the General Civil Division? Ms. Vandrick,
Proceed here.
sir,
Say, proceed here.
you waive those rights?
Waive
You waive those rights?
Yes.
Everybody raise your right hands. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you're giving these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Ms. Vandrich? Do you?
Yes.
Mr. Kincaid?
Yeah.
Mr. Karatni?
I do.
I'm just gonna ask you to come on up here and throw your gum in the garbage, if you would, please. Do you have an invoice, Ms. Vandrich?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Contractor.
Fondrick. I'm sorry, Fondrick.
Sandwich is fine. That's
Fondrick is no. Fine. Yeah. Okay, let me see the invoice. Pat, please, sir.
Take your head off.
Do you have the invoice?
yes.
Hand that up if you would.
Actually, I just have like,
Was there anything wrong with the work, Mr. Karatni?
Yes.
What was wrong with the work?
Well, the guy that came out from them that bored the house, he was downstairs, he looked and he was saying, well, I don't think I have the board to do it right now. Let me check something. So he was downstairs for like 10 minutes, went out to his truck for probably 25, 30 minutes. And then he came back with a board he had in the back of his truck that did not seal the window at all. I have a couple pictures.
Let me see those. Did he tell you that, Ms. Fondrick? This gentleman.
sorry.
He said it wouldn't seal properly, that the guy the contractor that came out did not have the appropriate wood, I think he said, right?
Yes, it was, must have been used in another, job and I think it's.
I can do this real easy. You guys want me to come out and look at it? I'll come out and look at it. I've done that 100 times, 200 times.
Please go to? Nobody?
I don't know, maybe I should just come out and look at it. Is there something wrong with the window?
The window was shattered and
No, I know, but after he did the work, with the contractor, did you ever hear from this gentleman that there was something wrong with the workmanship?
only after he was told that he didn't have insurance coverage.
Is that true?
That's true.
When was the work performed?
July 29th.
And when did you find out the insurance wasn't gonna cover it?
Not for a month after.
It was-
September 9th. We were,
So September 29th of 25, work performed, and then you didn't hear until September 9?
I'm sorry, July 29th, the work was performed.
Right. I'm sorry. July 29th, work performed. September what?
9th.
He found out he didn't have insurance coverage. Is that true?
That's true.
When did you tell them?
I'm sorry.
When did you tell them that you weren't gonna pay
I
the,
think it was the second call that I tried.
I wanna know what date you told them roughly that you weren't gonna pay the invoice because of the leakage?
It was around September, beginning of September.
Before or after you found out there wasn't insurance covered?
It was after.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I don't care if the insurance company's covering it or not. If it isn't done right, I'm gonna make sure that they come back and do it right, correct?
It's too late now.
Hang on. July 29th, if there was a problem, why didn't you tell them on July 29th or 30th or 31st? Not wait until after you found out that the insurance wasn't gonna cover the payment.
Well, I had talked to him prior to that, told him that I wasn't happy. They also.
You just, hang on,
They also.
hang on. Is that true? Did he call you after July 29th, but before September 9th and tell you that he wasn't satisfied with what was done?
I don't have that in my notes. I do have, on August 12th, I had notified him that, because we hadn't heard anything since the 29th, as to whether or not insurance is going to cover it or not. So I called him on August 12th, left a message and told him that I was going to be sending him the invoice for the board.
Okay,
And then for several weeks after that, we just kind of played phone tag where I would call and leave a message and then he would call back to the office. We would just kept missing each other. And then on September 9th is when he informed us that we didn't have insurance.
Did you ever talk to him on the phone after the work that was performed on July the 29th, but before September 9th? I heard you say you were leaving messages.
Yeah.
Did he ever leave a message on any of those phone calls where he made the call after July 29th, but before September 9th and say, I'm not happy with the work, I'm not paying it, whether or not the insurance covers this or otherwise?
No.
Is that true?
No,
You left a message?
yes, I did. And part of the problem.
How about I just come out? My court officer and I need a ride. I need to get out of here. I'll just come out and see if it's sealed properly. I'll be glad to do that.
Well, the board is not there no more. I put an egress window in because of there's gaps. I spent $40 on bug spray just to keep them out of my basement for my egress window. They added an emergency fee that I didn't ask for another $300 some.
No, it's an emergency service call for $181.
I didn't ask for emergency call. I asked for a quote. Then they came out and, go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's just the verbiage of the invoices that it's a service call.
It's a service call. Yes?
Yes.
When do you remember him first telling you that the work wasn't performed adequate?
After he was told that he didn't have the insurance.
What did he tell you specifically?
He said, he called and he informed me that he didn't have the insurance coverage, that insurance was going to cover it. And then he specifically asked why the invoice said that it was an emergency service call when he never stated that it was an emergency. And I explained that that was just the verbiage on how the invoice is entered. And the cost was still the same regardless of what the line item stated. I can remove the word emergency, but it would still be a service call of $181.
You don't go out and look at the work. You're just the go-between, right? You hired the contractor.
I write the estimates.
Did you go out and look at the original damage that would needed to be repaired so you could get a contractor?
No service call. The date that Mr. Crotney called on July 29th, he requested a board up. He had a shattered egress window and he was concerned about animals getting into his basement. He had also requested,
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
he also indicated that he had water damage from the rain coming in. And I told him that I would send a crew for water mitigation services. So he agreed to that. So I sent a subcontractor to do the board up and our crew, which is 2 members, to assess the damage. When they arrived, he requested an estimate, which we provided, and then he
Can I see
proceeded
that?
with the board.
I never got an estimate.
I
You know
gave
what? You gave me the price.
Hang on a second.
I'm sorry.
Talk to me, not to her. If you convince her you're right, but you don't convince me, you're gonna lose.
Right.
So don't talk to her. Don't talk to each other. You can address the
I
court.
apologize.
That's all right. Now tell me what you never did what?
Well, the whole thing is, when she had her people come out, they never told me how much it would be. She said it would be around 500. And this was days, like, the damage happened the 16th and 17th, throughout the evening of the 16th, the night of the 16th and the 17th. When they came out on the 29th, there was no emergency. My kids and, my wife, I had these.
Did you tell her that you were afraid that, animals were going to?
Of course.
Well, that's kind of important. I think I would be too. You got squirrels, you got other animals.
Well, I live by.
Okay, so we're not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna fault them for sending somebody out. I think they were bums if they didn't, right?
Right.
I mean, you're telling them you got water in the basement, you're telling them you're worried about animals, they should come out there as soon as possible.
Yeah, I did talk with Renee on the phone and told her I was not gonna pay the bill, the total bill, because I didn't ask for the emergency. It was days after the emergency finished, right?
So you didn't mention anything about this not being properly sealed.
I did. That was around I think it was around the conversations of the 12th. Of course, I don't have the exact
12th of,
August. Because it happened in July.
I know, July the 29th. What
Well,
you
it
guys,
happened the 16th and 17th, somewhere that night.
July the 29th is when they first came out.
Yes.
That's when you first called, right? They came out the day you called, right? And you said you weren't gonna pay the emergency call because you didn't say it was an emergency. even though you expressed concern about water being in and animals coming in, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what would you have said if they said we can't come out for 2 weeks? You'd have called another company.
Boarded up. See, I don't have time and you don't have time for people.
I have time.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because when
I've
they
done.
when they come out, they said that they were gonna send this person to board it up. They didn't do a proper job. And then I got the bill and then it was $700 and some dollars.
And you were okay with it as long as the insurance company paid?
No, I mean, if I have to pay, I have to pay. But
No. You were okay with the bill if the insurance company would have paid it. Is that true or false?
That's false because I don't believe it was an emergency call.
That's the only thing you're complaining about.
Yes.
So it's not,
and
hang on,
You asked me.
I know, but it's not the lack of sealing then. It's not the fact that it wasn't sealed appropriately. It's the fact that they charged you for an emergency call. Is that true or false?
That's true.
Well, then why are you coming in here and trying to defend it on the basis that they didn't seal it properly? If you just got done admitting to me that that wasn't the issue, it was the fact that they charged you what, $169 or $89 for an emergency call?
300.
It was 181. I gave you a copy of the invoice. It's not to,
181. So it wasn't that it wasn't sealed properly. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Sir, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Okay.
So let me back up. Is it true or false that you didn't have a problem with the workmanship as much as you didn't feel like you had to pay the 181.66 for the emergency service call?
Say that again because you said not as much. Say it again, please.
When you first stood up here, you said it was because the window wasn't sealed properly, right?
That was part of the problem, yes.
But now you just got done telling me that that isn't your basis for objecting to the bill, as much as it is that the emergency service call, they charged you 181.66, and you didn't really ask for there to be an emergency service call.
Yes. And there was they never showed me any bill. There was nothing there for me to agree to or sign. They did the work and then later they told me it was going to be 700 and that I noticed there was an emergency bill tacked onto that.
Did you tell them the price?
I told him it was going to be roughly around $500.
Roughly. And if that's fine. I didn't have a problem with that.
Were you including, when you gave them that quote, the initial emergency call?
No, we file an emergency call. We charge an emergency service call when we're called out. And my crew that was there took measurements and photos of the basement because we were going to write him an estimate for water mitigation because the basement was flooded because of the broken window.
Yeah, all right, go ahead and grab your.
I apologize.
No problem.
You gotta be able to talk here.
Why didn't you do a better job of telling them what the estimate was?
I told you,
You said about 500. They charged 570 for the board up in the window, right?
yes,
But don't you think when you're quoting them a price? Well, first of all, did you quote that price to them before or after they came in on the emergency call, as you termed it?
before.
Well, why are you charging them $751 then?
It was 570 for the board up and our emergency service call.
Okay, but listen very carefully. When he initially called you, did you give him a price?
No,
When did you give him the price of around 500?
it would have been verbally the second time I called him
And what date would that have been?
on July 20th. He had called the
When
office.
you gave him the verbal estimate of about 500, were you including or not including the initial emergency call?
That did not include the emergency service call.
Did you make that clear to him?
No,
Why not?
because I had originally submitted this bill to the insurance company. And we do charge for emergency service calls because we dispatched a crew to go to his house.
Yeah, I want to understand.
it's part of,
Am I making sense? I'm just curious as to why you didn't tell him it's gonna be $500 for the window plus the service call.
we charge the service call because he was requesting an estimate.
And to board it up or not? Did that-
And our service call was for our crew that was there. We had a subcontractor there that did the board up, and we had two of our men there.
I see. The 500 you were referring to was just for the window
Yes,
and the contract.
yes. With the subcontractor. And then our portion of the bill was the service call for our men to be there and take measurements and photos and document the damage so that I could provide him with an estimate to dry it up.
Mr. Karatni,
Yes.
what else would you like to tell?
I think I told Alex that nobody's looked at the workmanship because that should be part of this
You
judgment.
just got done telling me. And that's why I'm losing. You just got done telling me your objection to the bill was over the emergency service call invoice.
Right, I want
Hang
to,
on. And now you're going back to the initial. All I want to know is, I asked you 3 times. The first time you stood up here, you said it's because it wasn't sealed properly. The last 2 times you told me, yeah, that's my objection to the bill. You didn't say anything about the seal up. I specifically asked you. No, that isn't the basis for my objection. My basis for the objection is they charged a emergency service call and they shouldn't have, because I could have got my son or somebody to do the board.
true, yes.
Well, now you're saying I want somebody to look at the workmanship. You just told me that it,
This is in the past already. I'm just saying that the fact is that their business, they're charging not reasonable and customable. That is 500 for an hour and a half worth of work. He didn't use the right wood.
It's a
and
window,
they charged
right?
me
It's a
an
window.
emergency food.
wait a minute, it's a window, right?
Yeah,
They
right.
didn't just put boards in there, right?
They put one board in there.
But they got a window in there, right?
No, I put the window in. The board they put in. I put the window in after I had the board because
Did you guys did the contractor put the window in?
No, we boarded the window so that nothing else could.
yeah, so
no
500
could
for
come
a
into
piece
the
of
basement.
plywood and then the labor.
Wow, that does seem exorbitant. I could have probably,
$250 an hour. I wish I had a job like that.
hang on. Why did you charge that? Let me see your pictures. Geez, I could have done that. I'm about as handy as a guy with 2 left feet. I mean, I'm serious. I could have done that. John Civy could have done that. So they wanted, did they do this on July 29th? Ma'am?
Yes,
And you paid the contractor this amount of money, $570?
yes.
Are you the contractor?
No,
Who are you?
I'm the owner.
Well, she just told me she was the one that was gonna act on behalf of the corporation.
She does, because she knows the file.
Wait a
Knows
minute,
everything.
did you guys pay $570 to the contract?
We paid the contractor's price, which is probably like 15%, 20% less, because there's overhead and
Oh,
profit.
I need to know, how much did you pay the contractor?
I don't have the
You
number.
have the number?
Yes.
How much you pay the contract? I wanna be a contractor in my next life. I really do. So you charge for 5 hours plus materials of 50. So he's charging $475 and you guys rounded it up to 570 and you sent your people out that caused for the 180, 186, right?
Yes,
Was he there 5 hours?
He was there an hour and a half.
Is that what that means? Quantity 5? I would think that means 5 hours.
So there was
So,
8
hang on,
screws.
hang on. Give it back that.
Yeah, it was 8 screws in the window. It didn't take them long to put it up. It took him longer to decide whether to go buy a new board or to use the one he had in the back of his truck.
Is that what that means? Quantity 5? So you got $50 for materials. 5 hours? Now listen to me.
yes.
Were you home the whole time?
Yes, I was.
How many hours was he there?
total about hour and 30 to maybe hour and 40.
You wanna get Mr. Holbrook or whoever did the work on the Zoom right now, they can zoom right in. That's quite a discrepancy, hour and a half versus 5 hours. My apologies to you. I thought they replaced the window.
No, that's why I couldn't figure out why you were getting, toward why I can't.
Hang on, forget, can you call them?
Mr. Holbrook?
Whoever did that work,
I don't have his contact information, but I can.
go call him. Go call Holbrook. Tell him the judge wants you to send in on Zoom, whoever it is that did that work. I know nobody would submit an invoice, even if they thought it was to the insurance company, and tell them they did 5 hours of work if they only did an hour and a half of work. Because that's this little thing called insurance fraud. They wouldn't do that. So get the guy on the line. I want to hear from him. Go out in the hallway and call him. I'll keep all these things here. And it might be that they're duping you. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna find out. Citibank versus Derek Hay. Thank you. Everybody's name. Your name, sir, again?
Justin Kincaid?
All right. Ma'am, your name? Sir, your name?
Antonio Karatni.
And sir, your name? I'm sorry, your first name?
Dale.
Dale Hope. Did you perform? I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Everybody else is still under oath. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury, Mr. Holbrook, that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yeah.
Did you go out and perform work at Mr. Karatni's residence on or about July the 29th?
An employee that way.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Well, I need the guy who did the work. Let me show you this. Let me show you this picture here. John, did you talk to your employees?
Yes, the pictures were sent to me.
Who sent them to you?
The employee at the time.
Is he still with you? Did he get fired?
Yes.
When?
He had to work for me in September.
Look at that picture.
Yes.
What did he do?
Boarded up window.
How long do you think that took? I couldn't, listen, if you want me to, if I need to, we'll subpoena him. How much time, do you know what the work they did? Have you done that kind of work before?
Yes.
How long would that have taken?
Well, a lot goes into.
I'm not-
It's not just the report of the window.
I want to know how long you think that took him. What did he do? He put up that Biz Queen there
How long it would have took him to board the actual window up?
to do the whole thing?
Probably the whole entire job completely from the call. Okay, 3 to 4 hours.
What would he have had to do?
Go to the store, pick up material. After the job was done, dispose of the glass that we had to take out.
Well, so he'd have gone to Lowe's or Home Depot, picked up the materials on his way, and then he would have done the boarding. He would have pulled out the glass. What else would he have done?
By the time starts with the car. So driving to the store, fuel.
Fuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you need fuel for to perform that job?
Drive to the job.
You mean every time he gets a call for a job, he's got to go refuel?
That's what the company would charge.
Listen to what I'm telling you. If he got a call today from Mr. Karatni at your office, you told dispatch this guy, and then tomorrow I called and said, I want you to do this same work. He wouldn't have had to refuel 2 days in a row, would he? Do you get my question? You're saying he had to refuel? You're charging the guy to refuel? Every customer you charge to refuel?
Fuel to get to the job, it's all factored into the hourly.
You said he had to refuel. Did I misunderstand you?
No, I'm telling you that it costs fuel to get to the job and go get it.
Well, that's different than saying he had to refuel.
Right, no, I didn't say he had to refuel.
I thought you said he had to refuel.
No.
Did you not say
The
that?
cost is fuel going to the store, driving to the
How
job.
much you charging fuel?
There's no, it's factored into the $85 an hour. Insurance, fuel.
Where's your office? At Ecorse Road?
The city.
Do you charge them portal to portal? Does a customer get charged portal to portal? Your office got a call, right?
I got a call, yes.
Right. Were you at the office?
No,
Do you know where your employee was? Who was the employee that worked on this?
for a job. Name was Thomas.
Thomas what?
Ed.
Pardon? And where were you at the job at?
I don't recall, it's back in July.
Do you know what city?
No,
So how long does the customer get charged if you're sending out an employee? Just say you were in Trenton as an example.
so for a typical order, the minimum is $500.
Well, you said you're charging by the hour though, right?
Charged by the hour on this job.
Why on this job?
Well, most portals are charged by the hour, but understand.
Are or aren't?
That's how they're factored in is, it's a $500 minimum regardless of the hours or material.
Jeez. I don't get it.
But insurance is expensive. A lot of things go into that, so can't really send an employee, payroll taxes, you can't send an employee out for much less than that.
Your Honor, may I say something? So this queen is mine. They didn't do that.
This what?
This queen you were talking about, that was already there. That's mine and it's part of the house.
I still haven't gotten a good answer on what exactly they do. They drive to the property.
Yeah,
They got this
didn't-
hang on. What do they do first, Mr. Holbrook?
What's it?
They're boarding up. You said there's a lot more that goes into it. They have to go get the materials. The
Yes,
materials consist of the wood, right?
yes.
What else do they consist of?
Sure.
What else?
Tools.
Well, you've got the tools, right? He's not buying tools for every job. You've got the tools in the trunk, right?
So that's just free? Like, no, it's all factored in. The tools are free.
I don't think you're answering my question. And I'm not trying to be smart with you.
Well, Your Honor, it's a $475 bill, and that's cheap if you ask me.
It might be, all I asked the question was, what do they have to do? You said they have to go get materials. I said, okay. Then you said they have to refuel. Then I got into asking the questions about how often they have to refuel. If he got one done tomorrow and me the day after, would you have to refuel for both? You said no. Then you said you're talking about the charge for the fuel. Now you want to charge for the tools. This is an hourly basis. I'm just asking. I want to assume that the gas is in there, unless you remember the gas not being in the truck.
Okay.
If he went and got the materials, which consist only of the wood, right? I mean, I get the fact that you got tools, but he only had to go buy wood and screws, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes over to the property and he sees a window knocked out. What would he have to do to complete the job?
Remove the glass. And cut the plywood, install it, seal up the window, clean it up.
And how long do you think that would take for a job like that in the picture?
Couple hours, hour to two.
So I showed something more that said there was something here that said quantity 5. Hang on a sec. Where's that piece of paper at, Ms. Pondrich? Now, how do you get the 5 hours if it takes an hour or two to take out the glass and put in the boards?
That was what I informed you, that we have a charge to go to the store.
Then why even have a quantity rate of $85 an hour? If you're just gonna charge 500, why not just tell them it's 500?
Well, I would have told the, person who called me that it would have been around $500.
But he didn't call you, right?
No.
She called you. Ms. Pondrick, right? Did you call him? Who called?
Our production manager.
Your Honor, they did not remove the glass.
I don't need to hear anymore. I'm just getting disgusted with this whole situation.
Me too. The wood was already in there. You could tell it's not cut 48 to 48.
I don't need to hear anymore.
I apologize to the court. This is taking so long.
You don't have to worry about anything, nor do they. It's fine. This is what I do for a living. What did you tell him in relation to the amount that it was going to cost?
It's gonna be around $500.
And you acknowledge she told you.
She said, yeah, it'd be around $500, yes.
And that was before anybody had come on, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you have a lawyer in there, but you might want to get your ducks in a row for these verbal agreements and this stuff that's said and about 500, and then he gets a bill for
7.
I don't want to start anything, Mr. Holbrook, with you. But I need to tell people why I do what I'm gonna do here. If you're telling them $500, that doesn't mean you can just add hours to an invoice.
Hours said, if the invoice, I understand.
You just got done telling me it was an hour or two. He wasn't coming from
You
Livonia.
asked how long it took to install the wood. It took an hour or two to install. the
I
wood.
get it.
It didn't take an hour or two just to take the.
You're not gonna convince me that he was longer at Home Depot or Lowe's or any other place for more than a half an hour? And you're not gonna convince me that he took more than a half an hour to get there. Period. If you're gonna charge $135 an hour, then tell people that. You don't get to just make up willy-nilly. It's gonna be $500, so you adjust hourly rates. I mean, this is just common sense to me, boys and girls. And then you can go out of here and say whatever you want. The judge is stupid. The judge doesn't get it. The judge didn't compensate me for my tools. Okay. Okay. I get the fact that you're using your tools. I get the fact that you're driving a vehicle there. I get the fact that it was an hour or two. I get the fact, so I'm going to give you the benefit.
Yeah, in the other hour, they just said for going to the store.
Yeah, then why'd you bill him for 5?
Well, as is, it just.
Wait a minute, I want to know why you billed him for 5. Because you thought the insurance company was going to pay the bill?
No.
Well, then why'd you bill him for 5 if you're,
Minimum, no matter what.
did you tell anybody that?
Yes. And he just
Well,
admitted.
then, so let's say it's a 4-hour bill minimum and you adequately conveyed that. Why'd you bill for 5?
for our minimum than the hour it took for the job.
Now it only took an hour for the job?
Roughly, it was roughly $500 is what the estimate was supposed to be. To do the job.
They didn't complete it. They'll-
I don't want to hear anymore.
Sorry.
My inclination was correct the whole time. That's all I can tell everybody. I was wrong at first because I thought they did more. I thought they put a window in. I didn't think that you put the window.
I bought,
Stop it. I don't want to hear anymore.
But the window wasn't the only thing.
Stop. Listen to me. You buried yourself here.
I gave a rate before we went to the job.
You told them about 500, right? You billed an hourly rate at 85 bucks an hour. That's the invoice that you sent out, right? It's clear from listening to you, you didn't spend 5 hours, nor did an employee there. It's abundantly clear.
But the minimum I told them.
Then you shouldn't have billed him by an hourly rate of 85 bucks.
Was the orders.
Did you bill this?
Yes.
Come here, John. You want to keep arguing? Let's argue. Show me invoice. What's the invoice say?
Rate $85.
5 quantity, right?
Yes,
And you said that means 5 hours, right?
yes,
All right, well, that's a lie, isn't it?
no,
It's not a lie. We just went through the whole thing and we talked about the fact that at most it was 3 hours. And you put 5 on there, didn't you?
yes.
And then you said 4-hour minimum plus the 1 hour they were working. What in the world does that mean? Give me that invoice back.
All the time, Mr. People.
I'm sorry,
All the time, Mr. People.
sir. I don't know. Doesn't take you off the hook completely, because as far as I'm concerned, you still agreed to pay $500, but that's going to be the extent of the judgment. $500, you get your court costs, and we'll go from there. So, sir, can you pay that today?
no, I can pay next month.
What day?
It's third Wednesday of the month. I'm on social security. I'm retired.
$562. You're gonna pay this by in full by February the 13th. You can do that, right?
Yes, at the third Wednesday. I don't have a calendar.
No, it's not the third Wednesday. The third Wednesday is the 18th. I'll make it the 19th.
If you do that, that would be good.
Okay? Jennifer, give a copy of the judgment to everybody.
Yes, Judge.
Keep everything else. I want to keep these papers. I think a little bit, you're the innocent party here, over there, Mrs. Pondrick and Mr. So-and-so. Good luck. Thank you. Here, I want to keep all of those. If anybody wants copies of what they took, take them, please.